Thank you, Madam Chairman, and I thank the Rules Committee. I stand in support of the rule. I want to say thank you to Chairman Miller and the committee staff for working with me on this important legislation, and for Mr. Miller's personal leadership on this issue over the years. When we started working on this issue in committee, I became outraged over the testimony that I was hearing. You see, children in this country are dying. In fact, the Government Accountability Office report found thousands of cases of abuse and neglect at residential programs for teens. The abuses include staff members forcing children to remain in so-called stress positions for hours at a time and to undergo extreme physical exertion without food, water, or rest. Sadly, in a number of cases, this abuse has led to the deaths of children at the hands of the very people entrusted with their care. These are basic human rights being denied to our children. Children who are already struggling to find their way in this world. Children who might suffer from mental disorders or other conditions that make daily living in society much more challenging than for other kids their own age. Children whose parents love them and want the best for them and need help in addressing the needs of these vulnerable youth. Parents, and often desperate for help, feeling vulnerable as well, are sending their children to facilities that are sold as safe and responsible facilities. The GAO's investigation work is showing that a number of programs use deceptive marketing practices to appeal to parents. In fact, it uncovered deception, fraud, and conflicts of interest. In one scheme, a husband owns a referral service and the wife owned a residential treatment facility. It was revealed that her location received more referrals from her husband's service than any other providers. Parents are sold a bill of goods about the facilities that are enticed by advertising schemes, portraying these programs as safe, with a professional staff and high-quality environment for their children. Yet it's too often not true, and tragically, at times, the end result is the death of a child. That's why it's absolutely crucial that we make sure that children are kept safe when they are in these facilities by setting minimum safety standards. Minimum. Why are we even setting it at minimum? You know, it seems every week that I'm up here on the floor talking about how we need to protect our children. That's why it's absolutely crucial that standards and stopping boot camps from using this kind of deception marketing has drawn in so many of our parents. I am pleased that the bill contains some aspects to address all deceptive marketing tactics employed by some owner or operators of residential treatment facilities. One section requires that all printed material from the facility include a link to the website that has a database about past incidences and violations. We do that with our college students so parents can actually look to see how safe that particular college is. And yet we're having a hard time even trying to do this for children that need our help immensely, and the parents. The parents are facing difficult choices to do whatever they can to help their child, and yet they're giving false information. Another section specifies that a new website include not just the name and location of each facility, but also the owner and operator of the facility so that parents can watch out for the bad operators. Furthermore, even though we did not include language requiring all promotional and informational materials distributed by the facilities be subject to appropriate guidelines, such as those specified by the Federal Trade Commission Act, due to justify issues, we will continue to monitor the deception marketing practices on these programs. Madam Chairman, we need minimum safety standards for these public and private residential treatment facilities. It is past time to bring these programs to a level of basic safety which protects children and prevents further abuse from happening. I promise, and I'm positive that certainly Chairman Miller, we will continue to work on this. But as with a lot of things that come through our committees, we have to work with both sides so that we can get a bill through and passed and on its way to the President. But I have to say, in cases like this, I wish we could have gone further to protect the children, to protect the parents. I urge passage of this rule, and I yield back the balance of my time.